Mobile security is increasingly becoming a concern for enterprise, primarily because these devices are now being used not as communication devices, simply email and phone, but specifically for productivity. Enterprise need a strategy to address the increasing amount of data that's available on those devices that could expose the business if it got in the wrong hands. The threats that would specifically concern enterprise are things like proxies that allow connection between the cellular network and the corporate Wi-Fi network, surveillance or spyware, rootkits and applications that jailbreak or root the device and so on. Apple's App Store and Google's Play are particularly well vetted for anything malicious. So the challenge here is understanding where the threats are likely to come from first. Enterprise are developing their own applications for installation on those devices. What's tricky about this is enterprise use direct installation or mobile device management push to get those applications, their enterprise applications, onto the mobile devices. So the users get conditioned to accept enterprise applications coming from a different place than the App Store. That in turn makes them vulnerable to phishing attacks that would allow malicious actors to install applications the same way onto those devices. Another area that enterprise need to at least spend some time focusing on is whether devices are jailbroken or rooted. Specifically, what happens when a user jailbreaks or roots the device. Effectively, what they've done is broken all of the safeguards that Apple and Google apply to iOS and Android, making the device particularly vulnerable to attack. The last part of having a successful mobile security strategy is all about actually having great usability for the end user. Because of the consumerization of IT, users are now demanding great user experience from pretty much everything that they do on mobile devices. So if enterprise roll out restrictive security policies and applications and so on that users don't like, then they'll simply find another way around it. They'll stop using, they'll uninstall the application, and that of course puts holes in your security strategy. You need to inspire them to keep the applications for security installed, so they have to have a delightful user experience.